decision yet. The most important outcome of every convention is a decision. And I hope you leave this convention with a decision as well. As you're hearing a lot of incredible speakers from the morning. Someone asked me earlier this afternoon, they said, why did not we see you in the recognition last night? And they were just surprised. I said, you know what Rocky Shi talked about this morning? He said, what? I was meditating. He said, what do you mean? I said, what comes before the storm? He said, silence. I said, that's exactly what it was. So, I came to this convention in 2008, where they did not let me into the convention hall. And the story begins that with God's grace, we have this convention. I think we have around 1,500 people here. We are running our own convention. First time in Canadian history, the WFG is the biggest convention, which is happening in Edmonton next week. And it is also happening in a Rogers Arena. So, and then we have one more week after in Dallas, Texas. So we've grown so much that these convention centers, these arenas cannot hold us anymore. And where we are heading towards is going to be massive. And I'll tell you, this is a beginning of a new era, which is about to begin from this convention. And I think God intentionally, I think about big steps, big impacts. I think there is a purpose behind this theme for this convention. So I hope all of you see some hope, because we are the hope, we are the chance, and we are the future of financial services industry, especially for middle income North Americans. We are the one who's going to help them understand how money works and give them a chance of lifetime to do something incredible about their future. Anybody interested in changing some lives? Yes. Yeah, 3 of you. Anybody interested in changing some lives?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, guys. So when it comes to big steps, big impacts, you can write a few things down from my chart. People who take big steps are the people who are doubted by the society. And a lot of people doubted myself as well when I came from a taxi driver background. And I was, people think what this guy can do. Obviously, English is his third language, not even second. And what he's gonna do. And today with God's grace, if you have the courage to pursue towards your dreams, I'm speaking in front of thousands of people and obviously in English, which is a third language. So it's possible. All I wanted to show you from my story, if this taxi driver can do this, you can definitely do this. But you need to take that big step. For those who are doubted by the society, take that big step. Number 2, those who realize that their responsibility is big. So those who realize their responsibility, they will take those big steps. And number 3, those who deny being average will take those big steps. So I hope sitting on this convention, you deny being average and you wanted to do something special, something significant for you and your family. So those who will take big steps are those who wants to live with purpose. And I'll tell you that this organization, this platform, get Jess and I in that position to see the purpose for our life, to empower the lives of other people. And I'll tell you, the biggest gift any human being can exchange with other human being is a gift of high spirit, which is possible to exchange being in this environment because your spirit is empowered. So people who wants to contribute, they will also take the big steps. Contribute to the lives of other people, make the world a better place. Those people will actually, take those big steps and leave the big impacts eventually over time. So I think about our business, and generally in business, I'll tell you that if you wanted to succeed at anything, you need to find three things. You can write three things down if you wanted to. Number one, you need to find a problem which keeps people awake at night. That's the first step to become successful in any business today. You need to find a problem which keeps people awake at night. And do you think what we do for families, that money problems keep people awake at night? Yes or no?
Yes.
Can you give me a louder yes, please?
Yes.
Awesome. So number two, you need to find out is you need to bring that solution to the problem. And do you also think that we have a solution to the problem?
Yes.
So number two is done. Number three, you need to reach the marketplace in a most effective way. And over here, with our recruiting model, especially with the threat of trust, because recruiting gives you a chance to tap into an unknown, unlimited market with the threat of trust, threat of relation. And that's the most effective way to educate people out there and change their life. So we have all three in place. We have identified the problem, we also have the solution, and we have the most effective way to reach the marketplace. So the question is, who can stop you to become super successful here? Nobody else outside of your mindset, outside of your thought patterns, which is given to you by the society, by your surroundings, by your environment. So I talk about, you can write this down, the most important factors for your scalability. Because every business owner, every entrepreneur, they seek scalability in business. But scalability in our business comes from two things. Number one is self-improvement. And number two is being systematic. Self-improvement and systematic. These are the two pillars to scale your business in our world. So I'm going to touch a little bit on self-improvement with all of you. So when I see self-improvement, the foundation of self-improvement, everybody, is spiritual connection. It's spirituality. So spirituality is the foundation. We all could be religious, but it doesn't matter that we are spiritual at the end, because spiritual sets that foundation for all of us to feel stronger internally. So spirituality is foundation. Number two is mindset. And number three is leadership. So these are the three areas of improvement, self-improvement, which we all need to work on. So spirituality, as I have a short time, you can write this down. Spirituality begins with belief in oneness. God performs through all of us with different forms. So to believe in oneness, increase your, confidence internally and believe that God is one. So believe in oneness is the beginning for spirituality. And number two is sense of completeness. Lot of us, we feel incomplete today. And this is why we are searching and seeking outside of us. But the biggest treasure that we have is within us. And that the minute you feel that sense of completeness, you become strong internally. And it's all internal strength that you need to become successful. And number three is the realization of limitless. God is limitless. And this is why this keeps you humble. That there is always a next level. There is always a, you can go beyond. So the minute you realize the limitless, so these are the three things which I practice each and every day. Believe in oneness. Number two is sense of completeness and a realization of limitless. So these are the three areas of spirituality. And now these areas will give birth to the right mindset. So it will give birth to the thoughts of courage. Those courageous thoughts come into you when you believe in oneness, when you have sense of completeness. That gives you those thoughts of courage, that positivity and possibility. So you will have these thoughts into your head the minute you set the foundation with the spiritual connection, which is missing for a lot of people today across the world. And number three, it gives you ability to inspire, which is leadership. The number one duty of a responsibility of a leader is to inspire people, and then empower people, and then mentor eventually. So you will inspire, you will empower, and you will mentor if you have that spiritual connection, if you have that mindset, which is positive, which is possibility thinker, and obviously, which is courageous. And you will have ability to inspire and at the same time, empower and mentor people. So in closing, just to give you a few other things to dwell over, because biggest thing on these conventions, you find some thoughts from various speakers, and then you take those thoughts internal, and then you start dwelling over those thoughts. And these thoughts will be baby thoughts. Obviously, they will be eaten up very quickly when you go back home. So you need to start dwelling over these thoughts that you are powerful. You can do anything. It's possible. If it's possible for this taxi driver who started 17 years back, it is possible definitely for you as well. Are you all following so far? Yes or no? So, you need to decide during this convention, whenever you leave this type of life, the life where the majority of time today goes out to fulfill somebody else's dreams. 8 to 10 hours every day, most people give to fulfill somebody else's dreams. And after that work, by fulfilling somebody else's dreams, we come back home, and then few hours every day, for most human beings today, it goes towards watching somebody else's entertainment. And that's what a lot of people consume their time with. And after entertainment, few hours every day goes in checking somebody else's content on reels. That social media. So now after 8 or 10 hours for somebody else's dreams, after few hours for entertainment and few hours of watching the reels, what is left over? We have very little time, guys. Few hours, few minutes actually left over at the end of the day for our own self, to think about our future, to think about our purpose in life, to think about what we can do to make this world a better place. There's not much time for an average human being. And now you can write this down, that after a few minutes for ourselves, we have zero time for the one who gave us the life. We have zero time for God, and our relationship with God is getting poor, and obviously that spiritual connection is missing. And this is why the thoughts in your mind are very much weaker thoughts, negative thoughts, and this is how you're actually struggling in life. And then I'll tell you that you need to start building that connection. You need to understand that you need to nourish your roots to actually make your future, dreams possible. So your roots, your connection, your spiritual connection is the most important part. So I will actually request all of you to stand up, to close it strong.